Well, good evening, and thank you for joining us for evening devotions. You see, we're having bird church this evening. They're a lot happier and quieter at the moment being down here with me, so we get to share them as we join together for tonight's devotional. Tonight, as I was kind of looking through, I wanted to share something, again, coming from the one-year book of hymns devotional, and the one for today is Joachim Neander is a writer of a hymn called All My Hope on God is Founded, although I would have only recognized the tune Praise to the Lord the Almighty. He wrote that hymn and is known for that. He became a Christian when he was 20. He died at the age of 30. And in that 10 years, this German high school teacher who lived in the 17th century, was born in 1650, died in 1680, had a rich zeal for sharing his faith and living it out. And the hymns are rich in content, deep in meaning, and the British poet laureate, Robert Bridges, adapted this hymn from the German. And he supposedly at the time wanted to raise the standard of British hymns. He translated many hymns from the German and adapted numerous German melodies for British worshipers. He couldn't understand why he should have to sing something in church that insulted his intelligence. And this particular hymn, as translated by Bridges, is a noble blending of the talents and dedication of these two godly men. And though the towers and temples of this world fall to dust, we can found our hope on God, who alone is worthy of trust. And the scripture reading is from Psalm 33, verses 18 through 22. Truly the eye of the Lord is on those who fear him, on those who hope in his steadfast love, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waits for the Lord, and he is our help and shield. Our heart is glad in him because we trust in his holy name. Let your steadfast love, O Lord, be upon us, even as we hope in you. And this is the hymn, All My Hope on God is Founded. And as I read it, I would like to invite us each stanza to notice a kind of a progression of theme. The first, all my hope on God is founded. He doth still my trust renew. Me through change and chance he guideth, only good and only true. God unknown, he alone calls my heart to be his own. Mortal pride and earthly glory, sword and crown betray our trust. Though with care and toil we build them, tower and temple fall to dust. But God's power, hour by hour, is my temple and my tower. God's great goodness e'er endureth, deep his wisdom passing thought. Splendor, light, and life attend him, beauty springeth out of naught. Evermore from his store, newborn worlds rise and adore. Daily doth the Almighty Giver bounteous gifts on us bestow. His desire our soul delighteth, pleasure leads us where we go. Love doth stand at his hand, joy doth wait on his command. And still from earth to God eternal, sacrifice of praise be done. High above all praises praising, for the gift of Christ his Son. Christ doth call one and all, and ye who follow shall not fall. One of the things that I found interesting in that hymn was the progression of a movement from a hope that's based in God's character, then to a recognition of the reality that the things of this world, they don't endure. They fail, and remind us that in God alone we can find that which endures. And then from that, turning our attention to the new creation that God brings into being continually, that God's not done making new things. I loved that last line in the third stanza, newborn worlds rise and adore. so that God's continuing work is unfolding. And out of that recognition comes an understanding of joy, uh, of, of blessing, a celebration of that that then results in praise, praise that culminates in adoring God above all, and Christ his Son. So in that, maybe we just invite us this evening to, again, whatever our circumstances, whatever our journey has been, an invitation to look around to the things that God is always doing because of God's character, God's steadfastness, that in the midst of things that sort of crumble and fall, um, we can look to what God is doing and find joy and things to celebrate and be grateful there. So in that, may we join together in praise to see the blessings that God continues to pour out. God bless you and be with you tonight.